Out here on the Homestead. Good morning, DT. I'm going to hear another fence. We had a bunch of wagon, horseback riding people going by, so I had the dogs out here. I was going to see if I could catch some of the emus. They were over here running. Just, I mean, having fun. It's so cool. I've never seen them run so fast. So, but all the dogs were sitting here barking, and just the emus were just running. I don't know if they're out here. You can't catch them out here running now. But we're out here on the homestead. Had a busy morning getting some supplies and stuff to come out. So different surroundings. I'm gonna see the animals here real quick. Show you some of the peacock, or not the peacocks. I am gonna show you some of my peacocks. They're so pretty. But the piglets are out. And they're getting so big. Oh my goodness. It's been rainy all day. Now, like, I'm wearing a hoodie. It is 50, almost 60 degrees. And finally the sun, like, is peeping behind me, but it's ridiculous. I'm cold. So, got my hair down. Oh my gosh, I gotta show you guys this piglets. There's Crow. He is, like, annoying. Very annoying. Come here, Crow. Come here, Crow. I feed him extra feed whenever we come over here to feed the pigs. So he's always behind by the pigs. I know. And I didn't know he was actually going to be like flogging me whenever he was sitting there screaming and making noise. But yeah, he flogged me the last couple times. I thought he was just wanting to get my attention. No. There goes the little piglets. Hold on. You see the little piglets? It's so exciting watching them grow. Oh, there's one on one of the moms. Try to chase one of them, and of course they squeal at you. But not at the house. My mini garden's doing good. I'll have to show you guys next time if we're at the house. I was able to get my leaf lettuces growing out of my little flower pot garden that I've got. My leaf lettuces getting there. I picked off a bunch. It was probably about 6 or 7 leaves, so I had lunch with my garden fresh leaves. Here's one of the emus. This is how big they get after they get grown. So we got baby ones at the house, and he's probably gonna peck me. This one's Henry. And of course he's not looking up. No, this one. Yeah. Thought that was one of the females. It's not. I'll have to show you my peacocks though, since we're out here on the homestead. Putting up electric fence. Of course I don't want to give away too much because we got the electric fence. Keep the animals, but I'm not going to give away too much because that's going to have to be on the Sunday, Monday blog so you can see some of our progress. There's Johnny. Johnny, you made an appearance. But I've been collecting eggs. I've got about 3 dozen eggs. I'm so happy. Apparently, some of this life is not for a lot of people because the smells of animals are just a bit much for some people, especially my daughter. I brought her out here on some of the afternoons after I get off work to help with the animals, and she doesn't like it. She doesn't like any of it. The smell, the pig smell, the chicken smell. It's like, okay, so it's not for everybody. Got my chicken houses set up over there, as you can see in the back, and yesterday I collected 4 eggs, and the day before they had me half a dozen, and the day before that I did get a full dozen. I was super excited about that. So now that I have quite a bit, I'm going to be making some quiche and be bringing that to work for some of the girls. So I'll put egg, spinach, maybe some bacon up in there, saute some onions, throw those in there. But I haven't got to come in and see my peacocks. I've got one back here. He is not going to come by me, but he's got a not broken, but his feet are kind of clubbed. He was given to us out of the bunch that we had bought. So she said he was mean. Well, not necessarily mean, but wasn't friendly to females. And ever since we've had him, I've been trying to work with them and get him to come over close to me. So he's going to have a new name. It's going to be, I believe I'm going to call him Pretty Boy. That's what I've been calling him ever since I can get him close. But they're all over here. They won't come over here. I was going to show you my peacocks. They're over here in the corner. Pretty boy, pretty boy. Sorry, my camera's kind of shaky because I've got out here just checking out. So I feed them, and the feed that they actually get is quite small. We have sweet feed for the other animals, which has got chunks. Show you some of the chunks. There's some chunks of the sweet feed that's left over. Now the feed for the peacocks, they have to have 20% protein in their diet. The sweet feed, I believe, only has like 16%, but their feed is a lot littler. I'll show you that. That's how like small, grainy that is. I'm surprised they still have some left, but usually it lasts. But that's the grain that they eat. It's got 22% protein out of it, which helps with their feathers and gives them the nutrients. Because I know we've talked about, like with the emus, the baby emus, they have to have a certain type of food while they're growing so they get strong. Well, the emus or the peacocks are the same. They have to maintain a certain protein level in their diet, otherwise they'll get sick and not survive. I've learned a lot on peacocks the other day. I was scrolling through YouTube and found facts. YouTube video actually had a lot of useful information on them. I didn't realize they were actually so friendly. So I have been working with them, but I'm more apt to work with them more. You can see one of my white ones over here. He's coming over here. I'm like almost eager to sit down on the ground, but the other day when I was collecting eggs, I stepped in poop and got that on my grabber, my egg grabber. But I wish I could come over here. You guys would be able to see them. Yeah, I didn't know birds were social. Johnny was telling me that the chickens can be social also. And I didn't realize that. So here I am in the pen yesterday trying to feed them. And I'm holding my hand out with feed. And the chicken's coming over there, of course. And then Pretty Boy, my peacock that's got the messed up feet, he was getting close to me. And he's the one that's supposed to be kind of aggressive or not friendly to women, but since they're my birds, he's gonna have to learn to get a hold of and get friendly. So I'm gonna have to spend more time getting them used to me. They're all kind of standing over here. See, they want to come over, but they're just not kind of interested in that. I did also read that they don't like the dogs, so the dogs are kind of close, and they're barking because the people that just rode by on horses got them all kind of spooked. Not really spooked, but we're more like had to get them, tell them that the dogs had to tell them this is my territory. So, and of course they're gonna go over there now that, see where I was. So I'll work with them, get them more friendly, and then maybe you guys can see them. Johnny's been sending me pictures at work whenever he comes out here on the homestead of them spreading their feathers. So I have, usually at night whenever we go home, they start actually getting loud on me. And they'll start talking and hollering, which is actually kind of cool. I gotta close this gate. Hang on, guys. Always closing a gate around here so we don't have animals getting loose. And the dogs are in this pen with me. We've got, I can't believe how cool it is out right now, because we were thinking it was going to be warmer. I mean, at least it's not raining, so the work that we get done today is going to be, at least we're not going to be sweating. So kind of happy about that. probably something Johnny's going to tell you guys about. Last night we come out, we had a couple of people that wanted to come out to stay on the property, so we were going to let them camp. It was a little late, so they actually decided to find other place to go. The glacier isn't going away this year. Don't say that. We had rain one year that stayed all year and flooded all the lakes and rivers. And this is kind of what feels like it's doing. But we had some people last night that wanted to come and stay, and it was late when they got a hold of us, and it took us a little while to get here. Of course, we let them know it was going to take us some time. Anyways, they wound up going ahead and going on a little bit further down and camping. But the rivers are flooded over here on the Buffalo. That's one of our main attractions, is the Buffalo River, which I floated myself a lot of the upper Buffalo. But right now it's at flood stage, so you kind of got to be experienced. So a lot of people are coming down here for Memorial Weekend. We headed out, it was about 9:30, almost 10, and we're out here since got to the property. We're like, okay, let's just get a few things done. And as we are coming back from the bottom of where all the animals are down the road, you can see behind me, down where the camels are, we were down, that's Purdom Lane. So we were down in that second pen, and I'm sitting here walking and look up and there's a string of lights. I guess it's the satellites that are in orbit for I guess for internet. From what I looked up that I could research, it said it was the internet that they were providing in areas that didn't have a lot of access, which this is a rural area. I mean, it's nothing but woods. So I guess if there's young kids that are still, well, school's out, but having that available for them. But anyways, we're sitting there walking back up the road, and there's a string of lights. I hadn't seen them, but he had seen them and was like, oh my goodness, babe, look. And they were just stationary for a minute, and then all of a sudden they started taking off, and it looked like a flock of birds in a straight line. Yes, the Starlink system, exactly, DT. That is what we got to see last night. It was really odd at first because it was like 9:54 at night, and we look up and there is just a string of lights, and then it disappeared. So, not saying there's aliens out there, but it would definitely make you think that there's something out there. So, and this one's Henry. Henry is very curious. Hey, Henry. He's gonna peck me. Oh. I know. I gotta get him some apples or something in my pocket, because apparently whoever had him before had apples they would have in their pocket, and he would pick them. So every time I get out here and do any kind of work, he'll peck me. They moved into shadow there. There's always something out there. Strange lighting. I've always kind of noticed strange lights, but I don't want to fall. I'm gonna go over here with other animals because I'm out here and get to show you guys around. But Johnny will send me pictures through the day of all kinds of animals, and he also picks my pictures for, I think I've told you guys that, my live stream. So if you have any questions, or tell him, say, hey, pick something different. But we hadn't got last night we got our picture up a little bit late because we've been kind of busy. It's been raining between rain and then going into town. The other day, yesterday, we went and looked at a house. I know, I even managed to find an alien. I'm not gonna say. He uses that one on me. It was kind of interesting seeing it though last night, because it was like, anytime you see odd lights in the sky, people always, question that. Is there life out there? I'm not gonna say I believe in aliens, but it's an awful lot of space just for us. Oh, Caesar, he's so big. Speaking of Caesar, Johnny had to show me some videos last night of camels. Poor things have, people can be, you know, there's times where people have not been nice to animals and what they do when their owners don't take care of them. So, kind of had some crazy dreams after watching all those YouTube videos of people that were not so nice to their animals and they turned on them. Makes you respect them a lot different. But these guys get treated good. But you never can, you know, second guess a wild animal. Or not just a wild animal. These are exotic. I guess to me, I would think that any animal in nature is not really exotic because it's what God created. But you got to be nice, you know, give them respect. And that's what I like about these animals. He takes really good care of them before, of course, before we met. So knowing all that, he takes care of them. They kind of like him, but you also have to respect that they are a wild animal. So, hey Caesar, you're so pretty. Yeah. Kind of soft like a horse's nose. Speaking of horse's nose, girl is over here. And I have not got on her to go ride yet. I've got to get the bridle out to start working with her and see if she'll let me. We'll go, since we've been clearing out the property out back there, you can see, I can take her around the perimeter and walk with her. So see how she does good with that, so she continues to have some activity with somebody riding her. And she's got pink on her. I didn't realize this from the red hay holder. I don't even know what that's called. So this is part of not knowing some of the terminology for some of the farm equipment. You guys will have to bear with me. So I'll have to, you know, learn a lot of these. Okay, yeah, the feeder. Thank you. It's a hay feeder. We got to actually go get hay today. So yeah, she's been rubbing up against this, and then Stubbs, the zebra, he's over here. Or the Zorse, I'm sorry. He's over here. He's got some red on him too. So does Gunner. But, yeah, so don't laugh at me learning all this farm lingo. Hey, Gunner. I've not got on Gunner. I would like to, just because he's pretty too. I don't discriminate against their color. Look at that. Hi, Stubbs. Stubbs, go say hi to me. Look, he just come right up. He was over there. Hi. So I've been feeding them some peppermint snacks, and so Stubbs likes to come up to me because he thinks I've got some snacks, and I don't. So I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna like. He always thinks I've got something to give him. Now I have to watch him because he will kick at me. He kicks at the other ones. And then the donkeys too, they think sometimes I've got them. Say hi. This one's Peaches. And then that one's Pickles, the baby. He just now, see, I was wishing they would come up to me. And then Johnny told me that, you know, showed me how to kind of get their attention and get them to come up close to me. So this is actually kind of the first time that Peaches has come up to me and let me pet without having to have a snack. And there's Stubbs. I don't know if he's gonna bite me. What are you doing, Stubbs? But I actually get to get out here and pet him. Oh, look at this, Stubbers. Oh, and that one's baby. Yeah, because Mama's spots almost looks like that one as well. I can't believe they're so close. They're like right over here. Stubbs, that is my phone. Stubbs was getting my phone. That is too funny. So definitely respecting the animals, but they're over here trying to watch them. I know, they're like, I'm so glad they're so close. They're kind of getting warmed up to me, which it may have taken some snacks and treats to get them to. Yeah, I got baby, Stubbs, Peaches, and Pickles all next to me. Hey, Stubbs, I'm gonna move. I can't believe they're all over here. Oh, okay, and It's been a while since I've had to ride a tractor. Hold on, the dogs are taking off. Okay. That fence over there is not as tall, so sometimes they can jump over it. So I was just going to make sure that they weren't. And then I think Johnny's down there. He's putting the electric fence on the back side. Because as you know, Monday morning, the camels got out. So it's been a work in progress with all this rain to get the electric fence up necessarily. And we keep forgetting a tester. Johnny thinks that I would be a tester, but I'm not interested in actually getting shocked. So I've touched it once and it kind of zapped me to see if it was like live. But when I was younger, we actually dared each other as we were younger to touch electric fence, and then we would laugh at each other, me and my sister, because I only have sisters. So I've had my years of experience of touching electric fence. I'm not going to do that. I know what they feel like. So he's touched it to see if it works, but we keep forgetting the tester. Really? I'll have to see if he's got that. The CFL light. I'll have to see if we've got any out here. That would make sense to connect them. Thanks. Thanks for that, DD. So behind me is the tractor, and I did tease Johnny. He's made a big step. Gotcha. I'll have to tell him that, because we are finishing putting that up today. We got a few more ground posts that the metal ones that you can put in the ground, so it's got more voltage, because actually going all the way to the end of Purdom Lane, there's the gates, of course, to get down through the other property where the animals can't get out. It kind of it's less voltage, which won't keep them from getting out, because we have come out here a couple times and the goats be out. It's not good, Sure, the neighbors don't really care for having different animals in their yard. The neighbor across the street did have the camels in his yard. He checked his cameras after he had been told Johnny that they were out, and apparently they were in his yard for a little bit before he even knew. So that would be an interesting sight, waking up and seeing camels in your yard. I did get to drive the tractor the other day. I come over and he was finishing up some work yesterday. We don't want barbecue that way. It's not too strong. It's just strong enough to get them to deter from breaking the fence. I don't want burnt animal either, barbecue animal either. I kind of like them. They're not, even the Scottish Highlanders, even though they're cows, still not interested in that. The pigs have a different, oh yeah, no, from the neighbors. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, we don't need them, taking fair game on the animals either. But I did get to come home and drive the tractor. My first time doing that. I did do that whenever I was younger. So a lot of stuff I did farm-wise was when I was younger. But it's not like riding a bike. You don't just get on it and go. Johnny did do a big step by letting me even get in the tractor and drive it to actually park it. So I did park it over here. I was almost scared because we got the other equipment. So learning the levers to put down the pitchfork and stuff. He showed me that. So, of course, like I said, it's not like riding a bike. You can't just hop on it. But that was fun. I'm glad he trusts me enough to let me move it. So, but we've got to get hay today. Yeah, it is. It's different. I remember whenever we were kids, of course, it didn't have the cab. This has got the cab and everything, and it's a lot newer. Just the old tractors had no cage, rust. You had to knock the seat to make sure you weren't going to get stung by bees or wasps. And so that's the kind I remember. And it just had like a gear shift on the right, and you'd push it and it'd go. but this is totally different. And then it's not mine, so that takes a minute to feel comfortable to, use somebody else's equipment without tearing it up. But we got the emus. I wish you guys would have been able to see them. The dogs had them running. They were super happy. I've got one of the females over here. She's just standing by. But they're all over here. And you can see all our progress. That's awesome. I don't want to say too much because he's going to be doing, we are going to be doing the Sunday, Monday vlog. And we'll get a lot of progress on there. And I'll actually, let me get some grass. And I can get Rex some grass. And that way you guys can see him. Because he's doing good. Late in our farm, we got one like that. But ours, we're just PTO drivers, full stuff. Yeah. I can't remember what my family used to do. My grandpa, way back when, before I was even 10, he had fish levees, fish farm, pigs, because I knew we had to stay away from the pigs. We had a bunch of pig corrals that we had to stay away from. So he had farm equipment, but he had big farm equipment, and he had some horses too, because we were always told we couldn't get on the horses. Even because we were so little, not because they didn't want us on it, because we were like 5 and 7. Of course, that didn't stop us. All I had to do was talk my sister into grabbing a saddle when we tried to ride them. But seemed like the older ones were easier, I would think. Yeah. I can get me some grass. I will get Rex over here. And he loves it. He's been giving lovin's. Went out yesterday and he comes over there and like grabs my hand and feels like he's like nibbling a little bit. It's so cool. And I guess he's a red kangaroo. I don't know what the difference is and how their temperament is and everything, but like I said, Johnny takes care of his animals, and if you have respect, that they are a wild animal. But I mean, they seem pretty docile. Trying to get some grass here, and Rex just loves the grass, and try not to pull up the roots so we can continue to have it grow. I think that'll be enough. Rex is getting so big. And he's so friendly. I'll give it over here. But every time I come out here to collect eggs, he always has to give me some loving. Wild is just a way of saying free range. For you, you're right, DT. Wild is saying free range, because you don't have to actually go out and feed them like you do whenever somebody. You see the electric fence that I have to watch out for? Yeah, but saying, well, free range, you don't have to go out there and feed them like we do. Where's Rex? Okay, he's over here. He likes to mess with the birds sometimes. Oh, hey, sexy Rex. Oh, he sees I have grass. Yep. So, he's liking the grass. Say hi. I know, right? He's only so big, too. Let's see if I can show you how big he is. Okay, I'm sitting on the ground. Oh, I got poop on my booty now. I'm not concerned. Sorry, the geese are kind of loud. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's still not that big. So the geese are like throwing a little fit. But they have not produced any egg or produced any babies. We had 2 of them that we found, and they haven't produced any though. So we cleaned out the egg pen earlier, or actually last weekend. So I've been collecting all week. So I think I've already gotten, 2 dozen eggs over a week's time. Not bad, but the geese don't like it because I'm taking their eggs. But if they're not producing, I'm sorry, you're gonna lose them. What the world is that? I think somebody is over here harassing me. I saw that. Johnny threw something and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I pop off? I thought I popped this off. I'm like, I couldn't have. You made me think I broke something. You want to say hi?
Nope.
Here, I have to give him back his stuff. I have to give him back his stuff because he wants to be in the video with me. He does. Okay, here's my peacocks. Now they're going to come close whenever I'm out of the pen. He's pretty. That one's pretty boy because he's actually got the club feet. So he'll come up to me if I can get up there closer. But aliens and peacocks. That's funny. That's too funny. But we do have quite a few things that we're going to get done today. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil it on the Sunday Monday vlog. We did watch some YouTube videos, guys, that I have learned a few things of what not to do, because seeing some people that were kind of amateurs, but they enjoyed their video, and I think I've kind of figured out some things that I don't want to say, and like some tips. That's pretty much what it is. But since we're not at my property, there was a few things that I was going to talk about, but I'll just wait until the next time we're over there. I'm almost done with my bench. I know you guys have been kind of listening to me talk about getting my bench done. I'm kind of a procrastinator. Like, I can't do DIY projects because they just don't get done. I guess it's the importance of it. So the bench that I was going to do for Mother's Day is not yet complete. Just because, you know, work, rain, there's excuses right there. And I think pretty much that I'm a procrastinator on some things. So can't be with Johnny because he'll come behind me and be like, hey, I need this. He'll come behind me. We'll just say that. But there's always Christmas. Yes, see? Her birthday is in August though. So maybe my procrastination, I think I can get it done by then. We'll put a goal, you know, I'll get my bench done by August at least. So, hey, I was, no. Johnny says Christmas of what year, DT?
Oh, I said August of what year?
Oh, this year.
Have it done by August.
August. He'll remind me. Oh, there went one of my peacocks. And did you know that one fun fact is that you can hear them up to 5 miles away? So I can't bring them home. We're gonna have to bring home here. But I hope everybody has a great week and enjoyed seeing some of the animals out here today. Super excited that the donkeys and that got over here and got close to me without me having to have treats. It pays to advertise. I need to.
Don't fault the donkeys, they know no better.
We're not talking to you. I told everybody that the peacocks are social creatures, and DT says aliens are too.
No.
He's denying it.
Aliens don't like people.
He's denying it, but he sure likes me for some reason. All right, I hope y'all have a great week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for, enjoying seeing the animals with me. And if you like what I'm doing, keep liking, commenting, and stay tuned for a lot of the other stuff that we've got going on. Appreciate you guys.